Next, Your Excellency, allow me to now invite the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Economic Planning, Honorable John Mbadi, to make his remarks, and in turn invite His Excellency the Prime Cabinet Secretary. Tumpigie makofi akija tafadhali. Karibu Waziri.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces. His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, and also the Cabinet Secretary in charge of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Principal Secretaries present here, the Chairman Kenya Bankers Association, Mr. John Kashora, CEO of the Commercial and Microfinance Banks present, Kenya Bankers Association Acting CEO, Mr. Raymond Molenchi. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure, Your Excellency, to, in collaboration with Kenya Bankers Association, to host you in this event to discuss the future of our MSMEs in the country and by extension the anchors to our economic transformation agenda. The National Treasury remains committed to supporting initiatives that are pro-economic growth, which would ensure sustainability and job creation. The subject of tax compliance and payments and supporting MSMEs growth and transformation in the country are very critical at the moment. Your Excellency, first of all, allow me to appreciate the banking sector for the level of commitment that this sector has in ensuring compliance with statutory requirements, laws and regulations, and more importantly, tax payments. This is one sector where we have very little problems with collecting taxes. So as the National Treasury, we commend this sector for its commitment to remaining at the forefront in battling the challenges that affect our economy in partnership with the National Treasury. Remember, Your Excellency, that during COVID-19, when COVID-19 hit us, the banking sector, working together with the Central Bank of Kenya, moved fast to support businesses that were facing supply-side constraints due to disruptions in their trade and supply chains. The sector restructured more than half of its total private loans to ensure that customers remained afloat amidst the ravaging effects of the pandemic. Your Excellency, we gather here to celebrate the banking sector's contribution to our exchequer funding, contributing a total of over 190.26 billion in taxes in 2023, as the Chairman mentioned. The sector continues to alleviate funding challenges that the government faces in its efforts to deal with pressing expenditure requirements. Allow me to highlight one intervention that the National Treasury has implemented with the banking sector to support lending to MSMEs in the country, and that is the Kenya Credit Guarantee Company. Through intervention that was launched in 2020, and as an emergency measure, and with a seed capital of only 3 billion shillings, Your Excellency, which ring-fenced to provide guarantees to support businesses at the height of the devastating effects of COVID-19, and implemented through 7 banks, the banking sector has been able to extend loans amounting to slightly over 6 billion shillings distributed in all our 47 counties. Of noting, Your Excellency, is the fact that about 70% of the beneficiaries of these loans are MSMEs that would otherwise have not received loans due to perceived risks. Therefore, the National Treasury lauds your administration's commitment to supporting MSMEs growth and development as envisioned in bottom-up economic transformation agenda. And towards this end, the National Treasury has put in place measures to progressively start the payment of the government pending bills owed to businesses to enhance economic growth, which the Chairman talked to. So there, Your Excellency, I would just mention something before I move, that, Your Excellency, a lot is happening in this country in terms of development. A lot is happening in the economy progressively. Kamau Thuge, the governor, has mentioned the fundamentals. He has mentioned low inflation rates at 3.6%, which is very low. He has mentioned about our reserves, very healthy. He has mentioned about our currency, very stable. Our economic growth at 5%, 5.2, is above average in the sub-Saharan Africa and even globally. So now the problem, Your Excellency, that we must work on is liquidity challenges in the economy, which is largely caused by lack of paying pending bills. So that is why Treasury is committing to supporting especially the micro, small, and medium enterprises. The other one, the governor has talked about the interest rate. If we can sort out these two, I am very, very sure that this economy would completely take off. We are at the takeoff stage. And that is why I said today, if you read the papers, that there is light, that I'm seeing positivity. Let us not look back. Let us not be pessimistic. And the banking sector will help us here. As we take note of the fact that over 80% of jobs in Kenya are supported by MSMEs, we recognize that interventions aimed at revitalizing MSMEs would go a long way in tackling our long-standing unemployment problem among the youth of Kenya. In this regard, Your Excellency, we have a chance to collaborate with players in the private sector, such as the Kenya Bankers Association, to trigger stronger progress towards economic transformation that we so desire and are determined to achieve. As the Line Ministry, we are committed to supporting initiatives that bring together players through private-public partnerships that are more sustainable, affordable for all players, and ensuring harmony in the design of policy and guidelines of market conduct. I think we need to also be very clear as a country. There are some mega infrastructural developments that we cannot fund through exchequer. We must look for alternative financing, and therefore PPP, new as it is in this country, much as people don't understand it, we must make the citizens of Kenya understand PPP and understand that when we give out a project to be done through PPP, it is not selling. It is about concessioning that project to a private developer who works with us collaboratively to ensure that we have infrastructure that is competitive enough. Rwanda is developing has developed a serious airport. Ethiopia has an airport. Kenya cannot lag behind. We are losing our competitiveness as the hub in this region. And therefore, whether it is Adani or whoever it is, we must agree that someone must do our airport. And that communication must go out. And it is not just airport alone, major projects. Let us not shy away from engaging Kenyans. And Your Excellency, I know you will speak about more of these things. I want to stop because when your boss is around, you don't speak too much. Allow me, Your Excellency, at this juncture, to invite the Prime Cabinet Secretary, the Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, to come and address us and invite you to speak. Thank you very much.
Thank you, the Honorable Mbadi.